All right. Welcome back, everyone. Here's another webinar where I'm going to be talking about your resume. All right. Now, I got this working title, How to Hack ATS Tracking System for Job Success Using AI, Artificial Intelligence. Now, just to give you a brief preamble, for those of you that don't know, most of the online portals that you're using for job applications, whether it's Indeed.com or LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, all these job boards are using what's known as an applicant tracking system. And it's a software that's used to filter resumes against the job requirements. So if you're like mass applying for jobs with a subpar resume, um, odds are that you're being filtered out. You never even made it to the hiring manager's desk, unfortunately. But fortunately, I'm going to give you some more information about this process. Again, a lot of people are not aware about this process, and I want you all to know about this from the beginning. So, it'll save you a lot of heartbreak, a lot of frustration down the road. So let's get into it. So essentially, what you want to do is optimize your resume um, for this ATS software. So you want to maximize your job success in doing so. Now, if you look right here to the right, if your resume doesn't look similar to this resume, I would one, stop applying for jobs, two, get your resume as close to this as possible. Um, And if you want a template, I can provide a template. Just be sure to, private message me on the Discord and I can give you this template and you can put in your details. As you can see, the resume is very crisp. It's very clear, professional. There's a little summary of everything right here at the top. And then right below it, it gives you a little bit more detail about your job description, your experience, um, some bullet points here as well about the certain skills that you have, and then your professional experience. It jumps right into your professional experience. This is my position, this is my position. These are the activities that I do on a day-to-day basis. And if you read closely, for example, under this clinical trial specialist role, it says assists with day-to-day domestic and global clinical trial activities, including organizing logistics, communicating updates, and evaluating clinical study deliverables to meet sponsor and site expectations. Now, it seems like a lot of jargon, but two things are going on here. One, it's optimized by keywords, for example, domestic, logistics, communicating updates. It's optimized by keywords for that ATS software. And two, once a resume like this gets to the hiring manager, they're going to quickly understand, oh, this person clearly knows what they're doing. This looks like somebody we want to interview. So, introduction in today's highly competitive job market, what you want to do is stand out among the numerous applicants. That's crucial. So you do that by optimizing your resume. That's going to play a key role in capturing the attention of the employers in a limited time frame. And this is doubly important if you're going through a recruiter, because you've all heard the saying that recruiters look at resumes for like 10 seconds before they put it in the in pile and out pile. They're looking at key things. They're looking for, the aesthetic of the resume. Is it clean? Is it professional? Is it formatted properly? That's the main thing that they're looking for. So you want to make sure that it's clean and it's professional. With the widespread use of these ATS systems by employers, understanding and implementing resume optimization strategies is essential. Um, it ATS automates the initial screening of resumes, so it allows recruiters to manage large volumes of applications efficiently. And just to kind of get this out of the way, you're going to be using this strategy after you've already secured your initial position. You don't have to worry about this for now, because we're securing our initial position by, cutting the middleman out. We're not dealing with recruiters. We're not dealing with, these job boards. We're going directly to the PI to get our initial experience. You're going to utilize this strategy somewhere down the line. A well-optimized resume serves as the gateway to job opportunities. As the software filters through resumes based on specific criteria, a strategically crafted resume increases the likelihood of passing through that initial screening and getting to the hands of the hiring managers. So that's what you want to do first. That's the first step. You want to bypass this gatekeeper by any means possible. That's what we want to do. Get past this gatekeeper and get our optimized resume into the hands of the hiring manager. So this process ensures that your skills, your experience, your qualifications align seamlessly with the requirements of the job. It's kind of like the stars are aligned. You want the hiring manager to look at your resume and say, this is the person that we want. And you do that by tailoring your resume to match the keywords and the criteria set by the employers and the algorithms of these softwares. This is going to increase your chances of progressing down that hiring pipeline. So understanding ATS, it's a software application designed to automate the initial stages of the recruitment process. It scans, parses, and organizes resumes, allowing recruiters to manage and filter job applications more efficiently. So just to give you all a visual, you're at home and you're trying to get a job and you're mass applying on www.indeed.com, on monster.com, on ziprecruiter.com, or LinkedIn, okay? Now, on the other side of, when you hit submit to that job application, on the other side of it, someone is there receiving all your applications. And that's typically going to be a recruiter with the help of this ATS software. Now, they're using the software to say, okay, in, out, in, out. Now, you want to be sure that your resume goes into that in pile, because once it gets into that in pile, then the recruiter is going to have a look at it. And if the recruiter likes it, the recruiter is going to reach out to you and, make sure that you are who you say you are. And I'm gonna, make another webinar as well on how to deal with these recruiters, as well as a complete psychology with how to deal with these recruiters, how to stop them ghosting you. You're gonna have them knocking on your door and blowing up your phone. I have a whole other strategy for how to get to that as well. And once the recruiter likes what they hear, they're going to submit you to the hiring manager, and then they're going to hire you, hopefully. The ATS software is used for efficient candidate management. They're just streamlining the whole process, making it efficient. So they want to do less work. This has become very prevalent, guys. This is pretty much standard practice in any corporate hiring process. So you're thinking about all the big clinical research organizations, all the sponsor companies, even these network SMOs, they're all using this ATS software for hiring. The reason why is because, obviously they want the cream of the crop, and the only way to get to the cream of the crop is to filter out, all the noise. I don't know if you've ever been on LinkedIn and you applied for a job position. It's been open for 4 hours, particularly these CRA jobs. You see the job posting has been open for 4 hours, 6 hours, and there's already hundreds, if not thousands, of applicants. Um, and they're using it for consistent and fair evaluation. So a lot of these companies as well, they have these um, diversity and inclusion hires. So they have a certain amount of quota that they need to hire as well. So just to kind of get into a little bit more specifics, they want everything to be nice and fair and equitable and give everyone like equal opportunities and things like that. So there's a certain amount of uh, demographics, if you will, that they need to get hired, that need to be part of the diverse company culture. So they need a certain amount of men, a certain amount of women, a certain amount of, say, African American men, a certain amount of African American women, a certain amount of Asian men, Asian women, and so on and so forth. So they use these softwares to sort of help with this process as well. How does ATS work? So the ATS software scans resumes for specific keywords relevant to the job description. For example, if you want to be a CRC, there's basically three parts of that CRC job. There's going to be the patient-facing component, actually conducting the visits. There's going to be the administrative component, and there's going to be the data component as well. So you want to have a little bit of all these. And, I'm going to come out with a document as well that has all the keywords catered to these specific jobs as well, just to kind of make it a little bit easier as well. Essentially, the software identifies the key terms that match the skills, the qualifications, and the experience sought by the employer. Applicants should strategically, so you guys should strategically incorporate these keywords to increase the chances of it passing the initial screening. Additionally, you want to make sure all the information is categorized in a orderly fashion, because the software also analyzes the formatting and the structure of the document, looking for clear headings, bullet points, and consistency with the formatting and the font and the size of the fonts throughout. A properly formatted resume increases readability for both the software and the hiring manager, increasing the likelihood of advancing down that hiring process. How to optimize your resume. So tailoring your resume for each job application is crucial to show a precise match between your skills and the specific requirements for the role. The customization demonstrates a genuine interest in the position and increases the likelihood of capturing the attention of both ATS and the hiring manager. You want to emphasize the significance of integrating relevant keywords and phrases throughout the resume. This practice aligns your document with the language used in the job description. You don't want to copy word for word, guys. You just want to kind of tailor it to what they're asking for. And this kind of just goes down into section breakdown and some tips and some tips to optimize that compatibility. Again, just DM me in the Discord and I'll give you a template for using all this, and I'll give you some keywords to whatever job you want to apply to. Just standard things. Make the font and headings very clear, the contact information section clear. Don't put your street address on the resume, guys. No pictures on the resume as well. Again, I want to hit home, make a professional email, just your first name dot your last name at gmail.com or whatever. Format the work experience with bullet points for better readability by the algorithm. Again, guys, this is a computer. This is not a person. It has to go through the computer first before it goes to the person. So you want to make everything clear. Avoid any complex fonts because that's going to confuse the system. How to incorporate the keywords. it says click here to download the PDF for every clinical research job keyword. So whether you want to be a, you know, clinical trial specialist, or you want to get into the administrative aspect, you know, regulatory submissions, or a data coordinator. Every job description is going to have a specific keyword and day-to-day job description narrative that's going to be tailored to it. You can do all this stuff yourself, but I would highly recommend you go to Fiverr.com and you pay a professional to do it for you. It's their job, you know, they're very good at it. They're very familiar with this ATS software thing. You know, I've personally paid someone to optimize my resume for every position that I was looking to secure. And I was successful in that endeavor, guys. So I would definitely recommend you pay someone. It's very cheap. Depending on your budget, you can find someone. But you do get what you pay for. Personally, I paid a guy about $70, 70 US dollars to optimize my resume. And this might have been, you know, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I paid someone $70 and I was able to secure a position for $75,000. So think about it like that if you don't want to fork over the cash. It's an investment, okay? $70 for a $70,000 job. All right, think about it like that, guys. All right, that's it for today, and I'll have some more for you guys soon. Again, thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. And if you have any questions, you all have access to the Discord, and you know, feel free to send me a direct message. All right, guys. Bye bye.